when the star should get collected. Right now we just have it set off this coordinate right here in the middle. And regardless if your guy jumps, it's still going to hit him even if he's up in the air. And so I want to play around with some things using code. And I'd like to show you first that you can grab code all over the places on the internet. And I just did a quick Google search, Unity, distance between two objects. And I click this little link here, and it gives you some code samples right from the Unity documentation. So I'm actually going to use this. I'm going to say right here, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to come into Unity, and this is the part that we're going to be changing. And I'm going to paste this first right here. So the distance, this is just kind of keeping it vague and saying other. So we're going to need to do something with that. We're going to come up here and we're going to create a public game object. What happened to how did I get up there? Public game object. And we're going to call it player. So it's going to be the player that we're going to be searching for. And then we're going to kind of use this style code here, and we're going to say player equals, this is built into Unity. Unity could look for game objects by name, and my game object is labeled character. My player, wait for the school bell. My character is going to be the player, so I'm going to look for something named character, and its capitalization matters. Okay, make sure you put the semicolon at the end. So the player is going to be the game object that is called character. And so we're going to change this right here. We're going to look for player. And then we have to say, you'll see that it's giving an error. You can't just get the position of player. You have to get the position of his transform. The transform is like its physical self, I suppose. So player.transform.position. Okay, and then I've been writing debug log all the time. Apparently you could write print, and it's going to give you the distance from the player to this star. Okay, so now you have to make sure you save, Command S. If you don't save, by the way, your code will not execute. I'm not sure why my editor isn't showing like a circle when it's unsaved. A lot of people does that, or I have a little star up there. Okay, now that I've saved the code and I don't see any errors in the console, I'm gonna, when a star gets spawned, it should console out the distance. That's the distance to the star to the player. Okay, and then the reason why it keeps showing new distances, let me scroll out, is because every star is showing is printing that out. So it's just continually showing the distances. So now let's change the code here. This line right here, because right now we just have it set to the star's own x coordinate. I'm going to comment this out for a minute, and I'm going to rewrite this line. I'm going to say if, and here's the variable right here, this dist standing for distance. So the float, it's like a decimal number, and you just gave it a name, so distance. If the distance is less than or equal to, and these numbers can get really small. So I'm going to say 0.1 f, and you can play around. If you made that like a straight up like 1, let's try. If you experiment with 1 and hit save, now when he's one whole unit away, which is pretty far, the star is going to get collected. So let's see, star. It's right before his body. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that number and make it smaller. I'm going to say maybe like 0.2, maybe 0.2. Take a look at that. And then what's cool about this is it calculates the distance not just on the x and y coordinate, but the y and z as well. And so I could potentially jump over these now. Okay, so now we're getting a little bit more fun. You can make the stars move faster and then go up in the sky and on the ground, so it starts turning into a game. Now, I am going to, if you double click in console, it'll take you to this line here. Now, I think I could probably remove this line, so I don't, and I'm going to remove this line as well. I'm going to delete these. so I don't need them anymore. And save. And then I am going to speed the star up a little bit. So let's go into prefabs. I'm going to select the star in the prefabs folder. If you forgot where that is, assets, prefabs, select the star. And then I'm going to change the move speed to, let's just say, I don't know, 6 maybe. Okay, and let's see what 6 looks like. And you could speed it up faster than that. So now when you jump, it like clearly misses it. And then if I run into it, it gets collected. So you can see my stars are increasing. Okay, let's go ahead and have fun doing that one. And then in the next tutorial, we will make these stars appear either down on the ground or up in the sky. So you'll actually have to jump and collect them at times. Okay, go ahead and have fun creating the new code for the distance of the star. Have fun.